G'day, how you going? Somebody asked me how I train in the sim. Basically, what I do is, as soon as I close the door, it becomes a real thing, like as flying in a real aeroplane. I'll go through all the checks as per the normal startups and that type of thing, and I'll taxi out and I'll take off, and sometimes I'll write up a full flight plan where I'll do all of the stages of the flight. In there I'll carry airport diagrams, and there's a fuel log as well that I'll fill out during the track. And basically I'll fill out some maps to fill the lines. This is one I've flown already, and I'll do basically map, time, ground, that type of thing. I'll even do fuel weight and balance sheets sometimes for a flight, where I'll do all the proper weight and balance calculations, but manually, just to make sure that I'm staying up with everything. And then I'll treat it as a real flight. I'll take the right amount of fuel, and when I get to the destination I will calculate, I'll go back and look, did I calculate correctly for the fuel or not. And I can do things, because in the sim I use orthophoto, and so it's satellite photography and it matches the aviation maps, so I can basically fly in a direction, get lost basically, and then use the maps to practice finding out where you are basically. And I will treat the flight real from the start to the finish. I'll always log on to VATSIM, even though VATSIM there's not a lot of people on there. Sometimes I'll still log on there because it gives you the added pressure of someone listening to you. So you're going to try your best to get the radio calls right all the time wherever you are, and it just adds that certain amount of realism. That someone out there could be listening, so it puts that pressure on you. And I basically use the watch, the maps, and as I would in any normal flight. And yeah, that's it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through a quick startup, and we'll taxi out and fly to Moorabbin. I'm not going to use maps and all that. I know how to get there, and we'll go for a quick flight. So I'll show you how I do it. I basically take a normal checklist of a Piper Warrior and start from the beginning. Park brake is on, and I'll quickly go through this. Circuit breakers are in, switches are all off, fuel selected to the lowest tank, master's on, check fuel gauge, they're up, mixture fully rich, fuel pump on, check pressure, fuel set, primer if required, we'll always go 2 primes. Clear prop, clear the area, clear prop. I've turned the engine noise down to try and so that I can be heard above the engine noise. Then we go revs to 1000, check our oil pressures and temperatures are right. Suction. Fuel pump off, check the pressure is good. Alternator is charging. Put on our lights. Avionics on. Stand by. Correct radio frequencies. Recheck the amps. Recheck circuit breakers. And our mixture is lean for taxiing. So when I go out flying, I'll always treat it like a real flight. So whether I'm on VATSIM or not, I'm not on VATSIM at the moment, but yeah, that's what I'll do. I won't use the headphones this time around. Today I'm going from Lilydale to Moorabbin, so I will treat it like real. I'm on 119.1. Traffic Lilydale, Warrior Bravo Alpha Charlie is taxiing for Moorabbin, runway 18 right, Lilydale. And I'll do the call and we'll get going. Handbrake off. And we're good to go. Michelin for taxiing. Stop out here. 3 takeoff checks, which is fuel check quantity and selection. Fuel pump is on. Flaps are set for takeoff. Avionics we turn to on. Necessary switches on, which they are. Trims are set for takeoff. Put a couple forward for takeoff. And mixture fully rich. And line up check. We check up the extended center line. Can't see anyone coming. There's no one on the radio, we suspect. And no one down the track. Lilydale traffic, Warrior Bravo Alpha Charlie is entering and rolling runway 18 right, straight out departure, Lilydale. Rotate. Here we go, that's Academy in front of us.